We have big political news this week. Governor Rauner has said, in sort of a quiet way actually, that he is going to run for re-election in 2018. Does that change the dynamic in Springfield?
No, I don't think it changes the dynamic in Springfield at all. I think it actually digs them in further, and everybody gets entrenched in their sides. I think that the governor, as wildly unpopular as he is here in Chicago, when you get outside of Chicago and you get to the collar counties and you get to downstate, I think that what we really start to see is that a lot of the blame, even though Chicago is the economic generator, downstate they also see it as part of the big problem. Well, and then you look at this CPS crisis and they say, yet here again, see, there they go again.
Well, I think you're totally right. We saw a Capital Facts poll which showed that the burbs and outside of Chicago squarely puts the blame on Michael Madigan, not Rauner. So maybe there's people thinking, Rauner doesn't pick up any seats. Maybe he's not going to run again. So it's a strong time for him to say, you know what, you're going to deal with me again.
So you're saying he's doing this because Democrats were going to wait him out?
Well, that was one thing. Now he's taking that off the table. You're not waiting me out. I am running again. And outside of the city, so far, I am very, very popular. So I think part of that was saying we can say it now, so that's not an option. You're not going to wait me out. I'm running again.
Yeah, but I don't think that the governor can win without the city as well. I mean, certainly portions of the city that have supported him. And I think up until now, he's going to have a hard case to prove what has he been able to successfully govern.
But I think that's not necessarily the case. I think when you look at the elections, Pat Quinn lost every county in the state and still won with Chicago. Conversely, Bruce Rauner lost Cook County and won virtually every other township downstate. So I think there's a balance. I think you got a 1-2 thing going on. But what I think you have to look at is Rauner saying that he stays in that position locks down the Republican legislators who might have thought about going off the ranch because, hey, they thought there was the process of waiting this guy out. Now he says, I'm here to stay and I got millions to spend.
Speaker Madigan this week, for the third week in a row, canceled the session in Springfield. Does that give us more hope or less for some kind of a deal as we are now just about a full year without a budget?
So I think it gives us less. Election is coming up, and what we're seeing is a lack of controversial votes. And why would that change now with the summer coming and then elections coming? So I think now what we're trying to do, we're now playing a trench warfare game where we're getting ready for election time. And that means Madigan's people aren't going to be able to have these votes. They're controversial. So at this point, Madigan's going to blame Rauner. Rauner's going to blame Madigan. And I think we're going to be stuck without a budget until Election Day.
And the big question, though, what does that mean for schools? That's going to be the million-dollar question.
That's exactly right. And the body count just continues to pile up. We're going to celebrate 365 days of no budget. And as someone who works in community with teachers, with social workers, with the elderly, homeless, and poor, I say shame on all three major leaders, right? They've not done their job. And, we're asking them to get it done.